The idea is to get a baseline measurement of how the landscape function's going. And so what we're doing is we're measuring the soil surface. The soil surface is the early warning indicator of what's going to be changing. So on a healthy soil surface, it'll be covered either with a perennial grass plant or decomposing litter. And as it starts to decline, and generally from recovery's too short, you lose the litter, stops decomposing, then you lose the litter, then you start to lose the perennial grasses. So it's like a bit of a, you've got to catch it as you're going. So we're setting up a little practice area, and we'll have the rest of the paddock really as a control. And just can we manage that practice area for really high landscape function. So we've just measured the base area, the distance to perennials, how much litter's in the system, that whole, how is it functioning, and then we'll graph that, and then we'll graph it again when we come back in 12 months or so and see how it's changed, and then do that sort of analysis of, you know, what's the corrective actions to make it go to the next level. So we're managing it towards something, and what we're managing it towards is a dense perennial grassland with moderate decomposition of the litter, which means visible fungal attack of the litter. In healthy bush, you'll have the bark and the leaves will be cycled, and the carbon cycling through fungal attack, and that's the same that we need in the base of a grassland, in a healthy pasture, healthy grassland, and that'll provide the nutrient cycling, the water infiltration, and stability or resistance to erosion. It all comes from those processes. So and we'll just keep managing for more diversity in the perennial grasses until sort of it's a very stable self-feeding sort of system, and what we found is that's sort of where the lowest risk is, and people keep the most money over a decade in their bank, is sort of managing for that high landscape function.
I'm trying to reduce inputs in the farm, and with this I'm hoping that the pasture that has been degraded over time, because I haven't been managing it properly, that without adding extra inputs at this stage, it would recover with correct grazing. And long term, with creating the litter and getting everything cycling, I'm hoping to reduce inputs over the farm, and at the same time be able to run stock with like minimal inputs. Basically, I'm looking at improving the whole leaf, the whole litter, and the soil, getting that biomass in the soil happening, and just improving it all so I get maybe a longer growing season, not as much fertiliser or none required, and healthy animals. And that's where I'm going to start.